I'm Alexis Cooper, and I'll be the BCBA on this case.
And I'm Carolina Mesquita, and I'll be another BCB on the case.
And Morgan McSweeney, I will be the parent for the case.
Okay. So Morgan, could you tell us a little bit about Sophia?
So Sophia is 4, and recently we found out she has autism as well as ADHD, and we just want to look for the best services for her for as early intervention as possible to help her. We have concerns about just her limited speaking and just expressing herself. She kind of tells us things in like 2 words. And we just want to help her gain independence and improve her communication as much as possible.
Okay, great. This is what we put together for Sophia. So everything that you said, her age, her diagnosis, and then I just want to go over minimal manding under skills just means requesting. So we want to improve that. Minimal tacting just means labeling things. So we also want to improve her labeling of things in her environment and, working on those play skills and those motor skills. So now Carolina will go into our VB map and
All right. So prior to Sophia starting services, we would conduct an assessment just to see what level Sophia is at. So in the VB map, they separate these levels by milestones, which is essentially the milestones from ages 0 to 4. Here we will be going over at what level she's in with her requesting, her labeling, her repeating words, conversation, social skills, things of that sort. So we'll really do both an assessment with Sophia, just to asking her questions, and then we'll also do interviews with you and Dad just to see a little bit more of where Sophia's at.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yes.
And it meets her age, right? Like,
Yes. So since Sophia is 4, the VB map will be going through milestones that would be typical of kids of 0 all the way up to 4 years old. So it's perfectly in her age range.
okay, thanks.
So I'm just going to go into a little bit about PEAK, which is the promoting the emergence of advanced knowledge. This was another assessment that we were considering for Sophia, but it is typically used for a little bit older kids up to 8 years old. And it's mostly aimed at those more advanced skills, like math skills and conversational skills that you might need in a school environment. So that's why we're kind of leaning away of this toward or leaning away for this assessment and leaning toward the VB map. And it also uses this thing called discrete trial training, which is where we had, a kiddo sit at a table and teach them things in kind of a more structured environment. And we just don't think that might be appropriate for Sophia, since she is such an energetic and active learner. And we want this to be as fun as possible for her.
Yes, fun sounds good. Um, and this would be like more, well, the peak's not like necessarily in the natural environment, then it's more structured.
It can be in the natural environment, but it does have that portion that is very structured. So that's why it is used a lot with older kids, because they're able to sit at a table and they're already in that school environment.
Well, okay, that makes sense.
So, as we mentioned, the assessment that we would like to use before we start our treatment plan with Sophia is the VB map. Primarily because she does fall into that age range of 0 to 4. This does, like Morgan just elaborated, will allow her more natural environment teaching versus having to sit at a table and kind of answer flashcards and questions. We can really allow her to learn with her environment. She can learn to label things in the natural environment, request things, social skills, play skills, things like that in the natural environment. This is a great assessment that you can run at home. Everything that she's going to be learning can be run at home, at school, definitely different environments. And this is really going to work on her social skills, communication skills, those things that we're really looking to target with her.
Yeah.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah, and so we just also wanted to give you an overview of what the next steps would be for Sophia and you, and it would be to observe those skills in the natural environment, like Carolina was talking about before, and then assess the her using the VB map just so we get an actual picture of where she is, to not start her too far advanced and also not start teaching her things that she's already mastered. And then we'll continuously monitor her goals and her improvement. And, this will be an ongoing dialogue with the three of us. So you'll be able to tell us what you're seeing, and we'll also be able to tell you what we're seeing and the types of things that we can work on in the future.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. We love open communication, and it seems like it would hit all the things that we really want to focus on for her.
All right, that's great. Well, thank you so much for
Awesome.
meeting with us.
Thanks.